I shouldn't need something here for winter, but I'm just gonna pop 2 of these. Oh, that's gonna get rid of the, hold on, that's gonna get rid of these lights. I probably only need 1 cooler here. Realistically, for the size of the room, it is actually. Let's see if I can just pop it on the end. Maybe there. Whoop, wrong way. The fuck. Hey, Chaylee, I think you just, like, fucking scared the shit out of me. I've been here. I'm surprised it didn't trigger one of the other things to go off if it's been a year, because I've got shit for, like, stuff like that. How you been? It scares you every single time. It scares me because, like, out of nowhere, a pack of, like, Asian dudes just start being, like, impressed about something, and I don't really know what's going on. That's why it happens every single time. I say every year at the same time. Yeah. So spring just started in Australia. Yeah, it has. Like if it's autumn or fall or whatever for America, it's spring for us at the moment. I don't think I want to sell anything for this. Australia's really upside down. No, you. I could buy components, but I don't have any more money. I could sell an animal because they've definitely reproduced. And I wouldn't mind a psychic suit pulse. It'd be hilarious if this is just the caravan that's going to rock up at home soon anyway. I think they want to try to do trade with us because we don't have food. And I know I lost a lot of caravan animals. But if I could interest them in like a fuck ton of like dromedary calves or something, I don't need to sell that many. But that would give me a psychic soothe pulsar and some more components. Although they got glitter world medicine. Hold on. They also have like plasteel and crap. Alright, I might be selling more of these after all. And some male yaks, because they'll get killed anyway. I gotta balance this shit. Okay, so it's like cost me 7. I might not be able to carry as much. Okay, hold on. Maybe not the advanced component then. Okay, 1 less. There we go. Okay, we can balance that. We'll do that and we'll move on. Like I said, it'd be really funny if that caravan rocks up home anyway. I know it's supposed to be giving us food, but we're pretty close to home, you know. I need to check how Earth works. It is weird. I think like when I started streaming, it was just kind of like, it was a little bit confusing in that regard that like, yeah, the seasons are happening separately at the same time. Just like, it's weird, especially since like, we always kind of thought that, like, not saying like all Australians, but like at least like my family kind of brought me up with how America would do Christmas in July and stuff because that's when winter is for us. But so it was kind of initially mind-blowing to me that Americans actually have Christmas at the same time we have Christmas. It's just that it's when we have summer and they have snow, you know. It's wild. It was also kind of like, you know, I knew an American fellow around about the same time I started streaming, and he was also confused with the fact that like we don't do like all the fireplaces and the big meals and warm clothy long like winter clothing and stuff like that, because it's like it's fucking hot as balls, and like most Aussies just hit the beach or have like really light food and stuff because like it's so swelteringly hot. Like most of us are like at best in a t-shirt and shorts kind of thing, you know. Like fuck putting the energy into like the dressing up. I didn't expect you guys first. This shouldn't be a problem because the purple guys should come and do the trade as well. And you guys should like them. Hold on. Where's Johnson gone? Mate, where'd you go? I think I turned this upside down just then. Johnson, there we go. You, mate, go do a trade. Congrats on your anniversary. Yeah, I also can't believe that in like 1 month from now, I've been playing RimWorld for fucking 5 years. That's also nuts. Like, this game's been going for like over 2.5 years, and it is the majority of my experience with RimWorld, which is crazy. Yeah. I haven't been playing RimWorld for that long. I've only had like a couple of colonies. But all of them have been like stupidly big. Except for like the first 2 or 3. Honestly, I think the third one was like my first big one. It had like 70 odd people. I don't know why, but it's just, I take everybody. Last stream you had pinned message saying something about help wanted new player or something. Oh no, that was for Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress, I tried to give Dwarf Fortress a go a couple of years ago, and it was around about the time I started streaming, and I encountered like the most toxic side of that community at that time, especially as a new streamer. You know, you tend to get like an additional kind of trolling crowd that kind of like rocks up when you're a new person, because a lot of people are kind of like too afraid to like, you know, I don't know, ban or like stand their ground and shit for like people that are misbehaving in their chat or just making them uncomfortable and crap. And yeah, for Dwarf Fortress, I completely stopped playing it. I didn't touch it till like this year because I lost all interest in it. Like, the community that I had encountered were really bad. There were a few really great people in there, don't get me wrong. There was a couple of absolute like sweethearts that were genuinely like trying to help guide me. But in amongst the sea of like everything else, it was just like, I don't know, like a drop kind of thing, a blip that didn't really like, wasn't really noticeable compared to like the amount of like hateful community people I had. Whereas like RimWorld and stuff, RimWorld I've been playing for a little bit longer than that, but kind of need to balance this out a bit. But yeah, I don't know. RimWorld, I got okay people from the beginning, but also with RimWorld, I also more so knew what I was doing from the beginning, kind of thing. So it was kind of easier for me to be like, thanks for the advice, but I'm already doing something, kind of thing. Like, I already know what I'm doing, sort of thing. But nowadays, like, if somebody gives me like purposely, intentionally harmful advice that's going to get my game dead, or like, you know, something along those lines, I not only just like warn them, time them out, and or ban them, depending on like how intentional the whole situation was and stuff. But yeah, Dwarf Fortress, I am definitely still learning. I don't hate it anymore, but I also don't love it yet. I don't mind it. It's sort of like with like the first couple of times I played Project Zomboid, except I was a little bit more excited going into Project Zomboid. Whereas Dwarf Fortress, I have like a draining, exhaustive kind of like dread when I know I'm going to play that kind of thing, and I have to kind of get past that, which is what I'm also kind of like trying to get past with it by playing it as well. But I'd like to be able to play both of them. I just haven't really played Dwarf Fortress much. This caravan looks like it's going out, which is great, because I need to let you guys off this. There we go. Let them back out. I understand that. Personally, I don't mind people trolling me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know, yeah, I understand that. Also, just like with streaming and stuff, like there's different kinds of streamers. Some people enjoy having like the playful kind of, you know, banter where it's sort of like a little bit pile on the streamer kind of thing. Some of it's kind of like an enjoyment sort of thing. I'm not really interested in having like a trolling, bullying sort of group of people. Like, if I wanted that, I'd probably just go hang out with my family, you know? But like, no, I really would rather have like a nice, wholesome community that likes to kind of just hang out and chill and be supportive and stuff like that. Especially since at the time, like, I was asking for assistance learning a game. So, you know, when you're asking for help, having people come in and like purposely give you like intentionally bad advice is not great, you know. It's not supportive in any sense. It's just kind of like, kindly fuck off, please, you know. Hey, Viking. I'm super excited if I can tell happily lays down, snuggling both full flushes. No. What are you up to, Viking? What are you doing today? Depends on the streamer. It really does. It really does. Like, I know a few different streamers that have enjoyed the kind of more, I don't know, sort of jovial kind of community of, like, banter in that sense, in the light of, like, that kind of thing. I don't really know what to call it. But yeah, it's a positive thing for them, but I don't find it a positive thing for myself, and I don't want that. I don't want to rock up every night and be trying to play a game and dealing with, like, people being like, hey, you know what, you should, like, do this, skin all your people, like, you know, whatever, you know. Diablo is usually the easiest one that I can give examples for because I get that pretty frequently. But, like, RimWorld, I don't really get that much anymore. I do get the occasional person turn up when we're in a starvation event. They do something stupid like say I should eat all the cats or, you know, kill some people or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, you can fuck off. So throw your pickaxe at lava. It will do. What? Why so happily receiving a flower? Gives feathers to a prolific, I can tell. Happily continues looking for huskies. You're still browsing huskies. I thought you were, like, settled yesterday. I'm still keen to see these photos when they eventually occur, fucking. You should have shown your diamond pickaxe. Ah, Minecraft reference. Sorry, I haven't played Minecraft, so it's not like something I'd pick up on automatically. But I get that. I get that. As soon as you said, like, diamond pickaxe, I'm like, I know what that is. But yeah, it is kind of like that. It's like if you throw this, like, really rare, hard to make weapon at the thing, you know, it's gonna, I don't know, open a fucking portal or something for you, when in actual fact it just destroys it and crushes, like, your soul for, like, the rest of the day, you know. Makes you question your life choices of streaming and stuff. Yeah, it's exactly that. See, that's the feeling. But yeah, some people be like, that is hilarious, I can't believe you got me, you know. I'm not that person. I know White is about to have a very busy afternoon. They've got, like, fuck knows how many chairs here to move. 35 chairs. Not all of them are moving, but, you know, most of them are. So Red is gonna have a tantrum. Red was on the verge of having a mental break, and I was getting him to make some blocks, which is good. They look like they've made some blocks, which we need. I'm trying to, like, empty these out so I can put other shit in here. And then I want to build this up and, like, expand it. But I kind of want the kitchen, and they've almost got most of this done. They've got half the fucking wall done. Once I got this done, I can kind of, like, expand the inside outwards a little bit, you know. If it's that heavy, I totally understand timing out banning. Should be clear for the community. Each streamer with their own rules. Yeah, I generally have, like, I think it's, like, be, like, kind and welcoming and stuff like that. No hate or harassment, something along those lines. No, like, don't be sus sort of shit. Like, I might occasionally say, like, off-kilter, kind of, like, a bit what the fuck stuff every so often, but yeah, I don't want that from people. I don't want that from people being like that to each other either in my community. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to have to moderate it. I don't know if that air conditioner is going to work sealed like that, but if that's done, we can pull the plug on this one. Seahorse mate, can I just borrow you for a second? Because this will probably break. Can you deconstruct that? Just a few pictures of different huskies where I can tell happily smiling, looking through. I am so excited about these huskies. I can't wait to see, like, fucking photos of, like, huskies on your journeys and stuff. It's gonna be a little bit difficult though, because, like, any pictures where you're going out into, like, the wild and stuff, and you're, like, out and about with, like, your husky and stuff, will probably be more of, like, a showing off pets kind of category than, like, IRL photos category, even though it is an IRL scenic photo. sort of thing. So be like a little bit of reclassifying, showing off your like awesome travels and stuff. Love huskies, can't deal long-term care though. Yeah, Vikin's a wolf, and he's out here perusing, getting himself a husky, and he goes hiking and stuff. So yeah, it should be pretty awesome. Be a good companion to kind of go on those like longer trips and stuff. Nod's working to happily smiling. Yeah, I'm excited for you. I think getting a husky is hard. I would imagine so. I would also imagine that like a lot of like the husky breeders and stuff like that would also be like you have to have either owned a like a high maintenance or higher kind of energy dog and stuff beforehand and stuff, because I know I had a lot of trouble getting a border collie back when I had my border collie, because I'd never owned a dog before and I'd never grown up with a dog, and they weren't 100% sure that I was going to meet the energy needs of the dog, even though like I was literally hitting the gym like twice a day every day, plus going for like a 7.5 kilometer walk / run, you know. I think I'd be fine. Plus like I put like a shit ton of time into like training and mental stimulation and, you know, taking it to where she could like thoroughly run and like going for like long walks and shit. So she was fine. But proving that unvetted to like somebody that's trying to like make sure that the dogs are going to like a good home, you know, that can be difficult as well. But I also don't really know Vikin's background with like dogs and stuff. Like I know as a wolf he's probably got like plenty of experience and stuff. He should be fine, you know. But yeah, it also depends on what's like available where he is too. Is this not built yet? What are we doing with the slate, people? Barb, mate. Barb, can you do building? Hold on. Let me actually select Barb. I've selected everything other than Barb. Yeah, you can do construction, mate. Can I just borrow you for like... How do we not have slate blocks? Hold on. I know my people have made the slate. There's a statue. I don't think we sent one. I think we could have picked that up. We don't have anything for making that. No. Okay, so I just need somebody that can do some slate blocks. My guess is that they are not walking up to this. I will get... No, I don't want to copy that. What I wanted to get is I want to get one bloke to just work on the thing that has got the maximum amount for that. You should be able to do crafting. You might be going to have a break. Hold on. Cooking animals. Just give me a hot minute. I just want to find somebody that's got the capability, like you, after you have a meal, and get you to come and make missing slate chunks. There's no way. Are these granite? Okay. That could be where our issue is, if that's the case. I don't know if we have round up slate blocks here, because I took away a lot of my things. I also can't send them yet. I have slate blocks. I can't send them because I don't have chemfuel. I might have enough to power that one. If I grab everything else in the area, grab everything else except for you, and except for, I think it's you, and I'll get you guys to eject your fuel. And that way I should be able to put it into this one, and then that should allow me to put slate blocks in here. This will resolve this issue, I hope. I was wondering why the fuck they weren't making it, but I guess we just don't have slate over there, which could be a problem in the long run. I might have to bring home some rocks. Yeah, breeders go through a lot themselves to make sure they breed the dogs in a good environment. A lot of breeders do some horrible things. Yeah, some do, but like I do trust that like a good amount of people do vet their breeders and do their research and stuff these days. I think especially since it's a lot more known these days, kind of like less likely, but I'm sure there's still ones out there that do stuff. Chimpanzees having a days. They want the dog to have care after they part with them too. Yeah, very much so. Oh, Like, we were talking about that yesterday with, like, the cat breeders and stuff as well. Like, I'm not going to go back into the rehashing of it and stuff, but yeah, by all means, like, as long as, like, they care about their animals and keep them safe and healthy and want them to go to good homes where they're also kept safe and healthy and stuff like that, it just makes it a little bit harder initially off the bat to obviously, you know, get one. I shouldn't have stuff coming into here. Got the TVs. I'll move the chairs. I don't probably need every chair I've got. I was hoping to only really move like the good quality ones. I'm trying to move over a mini prison room. Realistically, it's like most people's like huge prison room, and I get that. I'd like to have one that's just about that size. Are you in the caravan? You are, but you're only having a tantrum, so we should be resolved soon, I hope. Good luck. Have some adulting stuff to do. No worries. I will be here. Yeah. Enjoy the stream and game. Yeah, no, I'm pretty keen to get a lot of stuff done tonight. I've already got like a lot like sorted out, so I'm quite chuffed. I'm quite happy with what's going on. But yeah, by all means, I will be here. And I might have a bit of my drink first. Hold on. What else have I got to do? I gotta move the tailor benches. Oh yeah, I gotta launch medical beds too. So the other medical beds, I may or may not sell these. I might just launch them. I want to pick up all these. I want to uninstall them so they go into our storage. We've got enough statues in this room to count for a good room, which means I can finally have some tiny statues to throw over and some spare TVs. I also have additional heaters, which I guess we can uninstall those too. The 5 foam poppers can stay in the room for now. I'm going to build a spare one, at least, probably a spare set. I don't trust my people not to blow something up and set some shit on fire and kill someone, but I've also got to start making these too at Minwick, because I really don't have them. Also, who is... clear your prioritized work. He's consuming pemmican, which is good. I was going to say, I'm like, he's Chalky Slaughterer. We don't really want him having a mental break, and I'm about to mental break. But I'm asleep. What is my problem? Radiation deprived, serious pain, slept in the cold, ate without table. Is this cold? To be fair, it might be. No, I turned off the air conditioners. Oh, it is cold here. Ooh, okay, this is just the start of... Ooh, this is gonna snow here for sure, because temperature difference, this is a lot closer to the equator. Like, it's not the permanent summer equator, but it was enough that we could have extra months of stuff. I'm gonna need heaters, if that's the case. Now, I do have a couple of people in the beds over there. We're gonna need these turned back on. And I didn't have any in here. So I guess we're gonna need probably about here. I don't know about where halfway is in here, but I kind of gotta get enough. I don't know if I want it down here maybe. I don't think that's like perfectly equal in any sense, but I'll spruce those up later if I need more. I can add one more. This one, at least for the moment. I know that this is open up here. I'm guessing that somebody was ready to go when they had that mental break by the look of it. But my animals are getting access to food, so it's not like it's the worst thing, which is kind of useful. Also, I need to turn off making the majority of this fence. Why? Because essentially what's going to happen is if we do make the stuff, I think this is slate, give or take, and I need that. Also explain why, if it's being made at all, why we haven't had it. I haven't even thought about it. I made all of this set to slate. I've definitely turned off all that. Yeah, I didn't think about this. I didn't really think about it because it was not really obvious that we didn't have slate. I saw the granite and I thought it was slate. But I realized that this is going to mean that the fence isn't going to get built easily or quickly. Or at least for the moment, it's not going to get built at all. But if I could turn all of this off. I haven't, I don't think, turned off the doors up the top, maybe? I turned off them. And I didn't turn off these ones. Okay, so if we do get slate, it should make this one thing first as the most prioritized thing. I have got like a few things in this area that are slate. I may have to replenish them with granite. Maybe. It may be something that when something breaks, I'll have to replenish it. But in the meantime, I have got quite a lot of things that are getting built that are currently, what is this? Marble. Okay. Speaking of the marble, I need to start getting some of these removed. Because I also don't know if it's going to just automatically remove the, well, like the light and stuff will get pulled off the wall, but I don't know if it's going to take out the electricity. That spot, definitely. I hit that twice for sure. We'll take a look at it later. That's not built here yet. Take that one away. So this will stay enclosed. This side isn't built up enough yet. That one can get removed so they can build the part that they fucked up. This corner down here, though, they're pretty good to go. Get that removed. Also got to get them to build roofs. Anywhere I need them to have roofs. So, yeah, we're going to get this place nice. And hopefully built up the way I had wanted it to be. But kind of like messed up a little bit. Should be able to reach both of that. And this is probably about as close as we can get to this corner at the moment. This corner down here is good to go though. This will also give us more materials that are just readily available in this area that they can just pick up and reuse. So I don't really mind just pulling apart some of this now. Like they still have to get to this and they still have to like pull it apart, you know? Like I don't really want to take apart this because this is a solid wall at the moment and this is not, whereas this part is. Yeah, I could, not that corner there. I can't do that there. Alright. They've also got to still put the electricity in here and we have enough steel. It's just got to take the time to move shit around for it. That one, not there. And not this corner yet. Okay. So that should help. Now, they haven't refueled this yet. We get that refueled. What are the bills on this? Survival meals, all that. That's suspended. Let's unsuspend that. Okay, I would like to get the kitchen things all in here. I also would like to get this floor done up properly, which is I think where our silver and a lot of the steel went. Pen on clothes, we're working on it, mate. I could literally disassemble that and probably fix up the thing, actually, come to think of it. Because this is like mostly done. It needs more slate blocks, so I can't guarantee that it will have it. Inspired is whoever was having the, yeah, they're going again. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm like, the tantrum should be over by now. Either way, if this is getting too cold for them, then that means I also need to have, let's get temperature stuff out. So we're gonna need a fireplace at least in here. That's probably maybe not enough for the prison. I'll come back to that. We don't have that extra insulated this year because it's sealed. I could put one of those in here for the moment. That's probably going to be roasty. This is probably still pretty warm in here, honestly. I don't know if this area is warm. This is air conditioned. That doesn't need to be heated. The hospital will eventually when we're using it. Now the kitchen actually kind of does, but I want to use heaters for this to help control the temperature. Because, like, they're turned off at the moment, but I'll throw one in for the minute. So I kind of got to warm this. Even though I've got air conditioning on the outer sides, I do still got to keep my people warm. And they may also like to just kind of like chill next to it as well. This is sort of the best I can do with them at the moment. The only other thing I can do... Which way is this facing? I think it was facing sort of, you know, this particular direction. I kind of wanted to put it... I don't want to put it like super roasting them. That's in front of a door. That's in front of a door. It's kind of like the only spot there. Hens died. I also got to check the temperature around the place too, actually. Okay, I've got one like essentially in like the hallway. That'll do for the moment. Is that here? Was hurt, burned to death. Okay. That, I don't even know. I don't have a pyromaniac going off, so I'm guessing there was a boomalope that got hunted. There's like more fire up here. Speaking of animals, we have rhinos and bears and shit here. There are yaks. We could do with some more yaks. I don't want to befriend the lynx. We want to hunt them. Alright, where are the rhinos? The rhinos are near enough turrets. My people could come down and hunt them